Okay, so I'll start the class. Right, so you will see my screen, right?
Yeah, we are able to see.
So last class we have discussed difference between ECC and S4HANA, right? What are the roles of end user, key user, function consultant, technical consultant, right? Why a HANA database is faster, right? That we see how it is changed, right? We have presentation application database layer, how it is changing in ECC and S4HANA over here. So, right, in-memory database, right, column-based method, and different types of projects, right? So how usually it will work through SDLC we have seen. So today we'll see, as I told, so what are the projects we have. So in that, how we are going to implement SAP, right? Using two methods. One is ASAP methodology, another one is Activate methodology. Okay, see, before that, I will take an example of one company. Let's say we'll use a Nandini Milk. Okay, Nandini Milk is a company. Okay, or else Nandini Group of Industries. Okay, Nandini Group of Industries is our company. Under this, it has three different businesses. One is Nandini Milk, another one is Nandini Agri. Okay, another one is Nandini Dairy. Okay, three different businesses these people have, right? So all these businesses, they will create different company codes. Same way, Tata is a company. Under that, many different products. They will Tata Steels, right? Tata Motors, right? Different branches they have, right? Like that. Okay, so Nandini Milk, right? This company, this brand, it want to implement SAP. Okay, so here in Nandini Milk, it has two plants. One is Bangalore, another plant is in Hyderabad. Okay, so here in Nandini Milk in Bangalore plant, they want to implement SAP. Okay, so what they will do, they will approach SAP. Okay, SAP India. In India, we have three branches. Okay, one is SAP Bangalore, SAP Chhattisgarh, right? SAP, one more is there. Okay, three branches are there in India. Okay, main branches. But license companies are many. IBM, as we have discussed, right? IBM, Wipro, Deloitte, like many other license, companies are having licenses to implement SAP. To implement SAP, so we have two methods. One is ASAP, another one is Activate. In ASAP methodology, we have five phases. Initial preparation, first phase, your business blueprint. Okay, third one, the realization phase. Final preparation. Go live and hypercare support. Okay, these five phases are there in ASAP methodology. So you want to implement SAP means, so these people, they will contact consultants, right? Means they will contact, right? Let's say they will contact IBM, Wipro, right? Let's say Deloitte, like many companies they will approach, right? These people will give the quotation. Okay, we have this. IBM people will tell, right? We have already implemented, this is a milk industry, right? We have already implemented SAP for Amul company. Okay, so this is, we know easily. So they will quote something. Okay, and these people will pitch for themselves. The Deloitte will pitch for themselves. So these people will finalize. Okay, initially in project preparation level here, it's a high level activity. Okay, here initially your project manager and team lead, right? These two people will be hired, and these people will do all these initial project preparation activities. Okay, so these people will approach IBM. Here in these companies, who will be there? Consultants. right? Here consultants will be there, and here in Nandini Milk. So once this project is finalized, right? Once once IBM got project means in Naukri, so all these people will update requirement for consultants like that. They will update all these people, IBM, Wipro, whoever got project, right? Those people. Here once they got project here, right, in Nandini Milk, these people will openings for end users, right? We require end user for who knows SAP, right? Here openings will come in Naukri whenever this will get a project. Okay, how exactly this process will work? So for each phases we have separate classes are there in project preparation, in project class level 2 training. In detail we'll discuss this outcome overall I'm telling. Okay, so that you'll not get lost what we are doing actually. Okay, so IBM got a project. Okay, this IBM consultant, they need to go to this Nandini Milk place and they need to implement SAP. How they are going to implement SAP, they need to go here Nandini Milk, and how they are going to implement SAP using this ASAP methodology. However, they cannot implement. SAP has given the standard. You want to implement SAP, use ASAP methodology, use Activate methodology. Among this, use and you can create. You can implement SAP. In ECC, what we used to do, we used to use ASAP methodology and implement SAP. Now in S4 HANA, we need to use Activate methodology. What is the difference between these two? I will come to that. Okay, how exact process will start, I'm telling. Okay. So implementation project, I'm talking about only implementation project now, right? No support, rollout, upgradation, these all things are separate, right? So if you get an implementation project, how exact this process will be. In implementation only, we will use ASAP and Activate methodology. Okay, so in Activate, what we'll use here, in Activate, what we'll do is here, we will initially discover and prepare and explore. Here phases are in activate methodology, right? Here what and all are phases are there, I'm told. Okay, fourth one is realize, fifth one deploy, fifth one run. Okay? The six phases are there in activate methodology. So what is the difference? Why they came to activate methodology? To understand, we will understand first ASAP methodology in detail. Okay, and then I will come to activate methodology. Okay, so here initially, in initial preparation, what will happen here? First phase. So here we will prepare a project charter. As I told you, here project manager will get hired. Project manager person who will handle all the module people, right? Both your technical or your functional module, all modules, FI, right? First they will decide, right, which module they need to implement, right? So all these people they will hire. When they will hire any project manager, he will prepare a project charter. What they will do? They will prepare a project charter. Okay, this project charter contains what and all activities we need to perform during all these phases, right? What are the roles of a consultant, what you need to do, right? So in business blueprint phase, how much month it need to finish. Realization phase, how much month it will take to finish. Total overall implementation, how much month it will need to finish, right? From both business side and this project side. This is a project team. IBM is a project team. Two teams will be there. Okay, one is your project team, another one is business team, right? Business team means your Nandini Milk. Yes.
So once again, who prepared the project?
Your voice is breaking. Who is talking?
Hello.
Sambit, your voice is breaking. You can type your question. Your voice is breaking again. You can type your question in chat window, so I will check. I think you are connecting in
Continue,
mobile.
sir. I will ask in the letter. Continue.
Yeah. So by the time you can
continue,
type your
sir.
question.
I will ask later.
Okay, fine. Okay, so I was telling, so we have two teams. One is project team, another one is business team. Project team means we consultants will work here. Okay, so we got a project IBM. So here this is our business team. Here end users are working. Right here, Nandini Milk is there, right? These people want to implement SAP. They are contacting IBM. They are finalized. So we got a project. We need to implement SAP. Okay. So how we are implementing SAP using ASAP methodology. Let's say we are an EC system. So we need to use ASAP methodology to implement SAP. ASAP means accelerated SAP methodology. Okay, in ASAP, we have 5 phases. As I told, initial preparation, business blueprint, realization, final preparation, go live, and hypercare support. Okay, in initial preparation, what we'll do here, we'll prepare a project charter. Okay, we means here. So in project preparation, okay, in this phase, we'll prepare a project charter. Okay, project charter contains what and all activities we need to do in upcoming phases, how when our implementation will complete, right? What and all, which environment we are using, means EC6, 7, S4HANA, which one we are using, which version we are using, right? And what are the deliverables we need to do as consultant, what you need to do, how to configure the things, right? So if any delay happen, what is the fine, right? Where they need to stay, right? Everything, each and everything they will where our all consultants will once consultant hiring, when it will happen, where they will stay, right? How much food, what food they will get, in along with tea they will get biscuits or not, all these things, each and everything they will write here in project charter. It's like a diary they will make, and they will, both people will sign, business blueprint and sorry, your business side as well as project team here, both we will take a sign off. Lastly, sign off will be there. Okay, so what are the project charter activities and all, we'll discuss in that level 2 training. Okay, so overall I'm telling now, this we'll do in project preparation. Second is business blueprint. In business blueprint phase, what we'll do, let's say it will take around 2 to 3 months, it will take around 1 to 2 months. Okay, overall period I'm telling. If you consider on implementation, minimum it will take 1 year to complete. Okay, entire new implementation. In business blueprint, what we'll do here in business blueprint, so we will understand their business, right? Here our Nandini Milk is there, right? Here we need to implement SAP, right? Our SAP is there here. Okay, so we need to understand their business and we need to make according to that their system we need to make. That is called as is and to be process. As is and to be. We need to understand as it is, how our business is there and then milk. We need to understand, and then we need to prepare a to be documents. Okay, by that we'll conduct fit and gap analysis will conduct, we'll conduct. We need to go to our end users. There we are on site only, right? We need to go to end user. We need to understand their requirement, and they will give a initial kickoff meetings will be there. They will explain their they will give the presentations how things will work in their company, right? As a MM side, how, where are the plants are there, how they are collecting the milk from farmers, where the cooling towers are there, like that, right? We need to understand as our MM perspective wise, we need to understand. Okay, we need to prepare a 2B document. 2B document means we will prepare a KDS document, we'll prepare a BPD document. KDS means key document structure will prepare, business blueprint document will prepare, means here we'll write all the flowchart. BPD means flowchart means right, means how the process will be. Nandini Milk, where they who are the vendors, right? From vendors, how they will pick, like that, like step by step flowchart we will write. Each processes means procurement process, how the flowchart will look, right? For if they are doing subcontracting, how the flowchart will look, right? So step by step flowcharts. So will these all documents I will give you while in level 2 training, how these documents looks and all. KDS document, what we'll do is a key document structure. KDS means, okay, here we will prepare it's a reference for configuration what we are going to do in SAP. One more thing, in business blueprint phase, all the things we need to do it in paperwork only, nothing here. Still we do, servers are not installed. We have development, quality and production, right? 3 servers. Servers are not installed. We need to do all the paperwork only. Okay, all what and all configuration in future we need to do in third phase, right? That and all we'll note it on initial only, means purchase order you are creating, means what and all document type we need to use, right? How the enterprise structure will look, how many plants these people have, right? What are the codes we need to give, right? Here, as I told, Nandini group of industries have 3 different businesses, right? Nandini Milk, Nandini Agri, Nandini Bakery, right? So how we will define it in SAP? We will give the company codes. Okay, this is the Nandini Group of Industries is a company, right? And for these 3 things, we'll give company codes, 3 different NAM1, NAM2, like that, different company codes we'll give, right? So these things only we will use for financial activities, right? Financial loss statement and all we need to prepare, right? So for this one only we'll use. That's why we need to prepare the current business into 2B as per our SAP system, how it look, right? That is as is 2B process we will do business blueprint. We need to go to end user, we need to understand their business, and then we need to map it to SAP. So this is a paperwork we will do. Okay, and next one is third phase. That it is realization phase. Okay, so here in business blueprint, whatever, as I told, right, whatever documents we are preparing, we need to take approval from this Nandini Milk people, end users or core users, whoever want, right? Okay, this is what we are going to do. Your configurations. We'll take a sign off. This is what you are. We have understood your process like this. See the flow charts. Is it correct or not? We'll take a sign off. So again later on they will not make any problem, right? That's why initially we need to take a sign off from our business side. Okay, so next third phase is the realization phase. Here what will happen, these all things I'm telling, right? So in 10 minutes I'm telling all this. In for this one again we will have separate project preparation, separate classes there. Business blueprint 2 classes are there, right? Realization phase again 3 classes are there. Okay, so overview I'm explaining now. Okay, in realization phase what will happen here, initial server installation will happen, our development, quality and production server will be there, right? These all server installation will happen. Okay, once server is installed, right, whatever we have prepared in business blueprint, documents we have prepared, right, we need to bring it to reality. Whatever we have promised in business blueprint phase, we need to give into reality. That is the realization phase. Here what we have prepared, right, in business blueprint phase, these documents we have prepared, right, as is 2B documents we have prepared, right? We have agreed, okay, these things I want to do it in SAP, I showed it to our business, these people agreed, right? Here in business blueprint, some things we will not do it in SAP, right? These people are telling, I want material number need to be created more than 50 numbers I want, right? Like that length I want. In that material I want separate different fields they want, which is not there in SAP. Anything which is not there in SAP, right? If these people are asking, initially what we will do, we'll give a turnaround solution. Okay, this is there in SAP, use this one, like we'll tell. But they are telling means we don't want that one, we want, right, 50 numbers only. We want that particular customizations what they're asking, right? That particular customizations I want, if they're asking means, which is not possible in SAP. What we'll do in that situation, we'll put whatever their requirements into gap document, GAP, right? So whatever gaps we have identified in the system, right, these people, so that we'll put it in gap, and this gap is fulfilled by developments. We need to do the developments, right? So which is not there in SAP. We need to do the enhancement. We need to do some new coding, and then ABAP person to write, and we need to change the system, right? So we need to do the developments. How we need to do the developments, these all things we'll discuss in further classes. Okay, so gap we will identify in business blueprint phase, and we'll give the solution to the these gaps in realization phase. Okay, so in realization phase, what will happen here? Our initial server installation will happen. Okay, and whatever we have promised in business blueprint, we'll bring it to reality. All the configuration we'll do here in development server. Right here, we have development server, quality server, right, and we have production server. Okay, my handwriting is worst. So development server, here we will do initial configuration. Whatever we have made a document right here, we'll do all configurations here. Okay, here again we'll do one unit testing we'll do, and then these all data will move to quality, and here we'll do the SIT, system integration testing, and UAT, user accepted testing, right? So once this is cleared, then only we will move the data to production. Here our end users are working, right? These all things we'll do here before uploading into production. So let's say Nandini Milk is using Oracle legacy system. These people are using Oracle, right? So here these people already have materials, right? Multiple materials these people are using. All these material we cannot create all these material into production server, right, one by one. We have done all configuration, but how this mass data we need to upload into production server, right? To upload mass data, we will upload in cutover activities. That is called cutover activities, final preparation phase. right? These all things we'll do it in next phase. That is final preparation, fourth phase. Here, what we'll do here, I will upload mass data and from legacy system to SAP system. Right, from legacy Oracle to SAP, we'll upload mass data. Thousands of materials will be there. Thousands of open purchase orders will be there. Right? Why we are not uploading new purchase order? New purchase order, we will create it directly here only, right? We want to know this in like Oracle system already open purchase orders will be there. Open PO means PO GR will no, it is not done. Goods receipt we have not received means that is open purchase orders. Open GL, these all anything open documents, right? These all things we will upload into SAP. How we are uploading? Through BAPI. Right, it's a program, and through LTMC, right, LTMOM. These all things, many programs are there. Three in LTMC, direct transfer we can do, right? Staging file approach will come, file transfer method will come, right? These all things we'll discuss in coming classes. How we will upload master data into SAP in production server. This we'll do it in final preparation phase. And fifth one is go live and hypercare support. Okay, so go live once everything is uploaded here, right? Then it's the official starting day of a business, that is go live. Okay, and once the system went go live, right? People are working, end users are working. Then we as a consultant from IBM, right? We need to give hypercare support. Hypercare support means this support will be entirely free. 2 to 3 months we will give support to these people. Why? Because initially, fresh we have done implementation, right? These people are need to adjust initially. So that's why 2 to 3 months we'll give the support. And later on, these people need to take the support project. These people need to buy us, they have one more contract they need to make with IBM or different company. Usually they will go for different company. Whoever is implemented, they will not go for that. They'll go to different company for support project. So they will buy a license for 1 year, 2 year they will take, and then that particular company will give support. That is your support project. The company is already using SAP now, and then you are giving support. That is support project. Okay, like this it will work in ASAP methodology. Here you have any doubts in ASAP methodology before I move to Activate?
Hi, Akshay. I just want to know why the people do not choose the same company for the support system.
Because these people only know, right? Who we have only implemented means we know all the configuration, whatever we have done, we know in and out, right? So they feel that they cannot give 100%. This one they cannot. If anything is missing, means they cannot suggest more. That's why. Usually they will go for other companies. So again, these people will give support, right? If they want, they can go same company also.
Okay, thank you.
Any other question?
Akshay, yeah. Can you just tell me again what are the tests we will do again in quality server? UAT and what is the other one?
UAT and SIT.
Unit accept test and what is the other one?
It is system integration testing, SIT,
okay.
and UAT.
Yeah,
UAT means user acceptance testing.
Yeah.
Okay, so this quality server only we have separate class. Okay, so these testers and all in detail we will study. Okay, to tell you, SIT means it's a system integration testing. So I have implemented all the configurations, right? How it is behaving with other modules, right? MM and FI, right? MM and SD integration. That sales, MM and SD sales integration will be there, right? And
okay, it's completely about integration thing. You mean right?
How it is behaving with with other modules, right? So that we need to test it, right? So whatever we have tested, it will become okay. But when you're trying with other modules, right? So if you get any error, that we need to note down, right? That we need to solve. That is a system integration testing.
Okay,
user acceptance testing means what? This is entirely end user will do. User or end users we will do, and we'll sit behind them and we'll teach them. That is user acceptance testing. Whatever scripts we have prepared in UT and this system integration, these all scripts will give it to these people. Okay, these people will test. End users will test. That is user acceptance testing.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, sir. Actually, I want to know the all the configuration and development system. Then it is moved to the quality system, and where it is in checking like Sandbox is also there to check all the configuration is working right or not.
Yes, Sandbox is also there. That's why whenever I'm go into detail right here, then I will explain that. Sandbox means it's IDS system, right?
Yeah.
Your practice system that also will
Yeah.
install here, so you can practice in there also. You can practice in development server also, right?
No,
So,
like that development, we developed all the configuration part in development. Then it is moved to the quality server.
yes,
Behind
yes.
like the checking the all the configuration at done at working or not like that. But it also there at some server is also there. No, Sandbox is also that we check or who the person we can check the sandbox server and working or not like that.
No. Sandbox server is not linked with your three servers. Development quality
Okay.
server, it is not
Okay.
linked with. It's like a practice server.
Oh, okay.
Before moving into your start configuring here in development server, if you want to
Yeah.
practice anything, you can do it in Sandbox server.
Sandbox server. Okay,
Yeah.
with or it like a end user also he practicing like that. It is directly practicing on the quality server.
No. End users will not practice in Sandbox server. They will directly in quality server. That too, here in UAT, whenever we are giving, right? Here they
Okay.
will practice directly.
Okay.
This is a big disadvantage in ASAP methodology. Vasvi, you are asking, right? What's
Yeah.
the main disadvantage? Okay, here our end users see. Here we have, right? So initial preparation will be in 2 months. Business blueprint will take another 2 months. Realization phase will take 3 months, right?
Okay.
So once our end users are getting right in SAP system, right? After 5 to 6 months, after 6 months only they are seeing SAP system in ASAP methodology.
Okay.
They initially only business blueprint, entire paperwork. Here again, all the initial preparation, as I told, right? Here nothing. They will not see anything. In the realization phase also, so development server, we need to do all the configuration, unit testing, we need to do consultants, SIT, we need to do in UAT time, right? That's up to 6 to 7 months. Then they will, directly they will access here. This is the biggest disadvantage, right?
Right.
How it is disadvantage? For example, if you are buying any house, means you have given a contract to some engineer, you have given a contract to build a house for you, right?
Yeah.
What these people will do, the people will come and show you designs. Okay, like this we will do the design, this is your hall look like this, right? From up to 6 months you will show that like that only. Means what you will do, how you will feel, means he will show, he will make everything video and all, he will make wherever you are constructing, he will not allow you to go and see your house. He will give you only a picture how it will work, right? Means how the plan will be, how your hall look, how your kitchen look. Only it is showing that much only, means it will not work like that, right? So you will get irritated. So after 6 months, once your house is constructed, then only I will show you, means it will not work like that, right? This is the biggest disadvantage here. So whenever there are people, yes.
But Akshay, here everything is dependent upon each other. This is the reason that end user can only work once the complete configuration will be done.
What? I didn't got your question.
Yeah, what I'm saying that everything which we configure in SAP is dependent upon each other. Like if we like forget to do any sort of configuration, it will show error. And if in the next step, I the other methodology which we are showing, the activate, I think that this thing will also be there in that system as well, because you can only see your house once done. Like
that's what that's a major disadvantage, right? How it is fulfilled in Activate, we will see. Okay, first I will explain what is the problems here in ASAP methodology. So as I told, user is directly using in here, right, in UAT. Here once they directly started using, here in development server and in business blueprint, as I told, right, configurations and all, we have shown them like this we will do. These people will tell yes. Once they started directly using here, then only they will face problems, right? Okay, these things I don't want. Again, we need to go back here, development server, we need to change the configurations. Again, unit testing we need to do, quality SIT we need to do, and then UAT, again we need to show it to them. If he is telling any changes again, right? Again, we need to reverse the whole step. TDS job again. Okay.
Yeah, so Akshay, you were saying like after this UAT only we will get gap analysis, I think so, right? Because they may come with some other requirement at this stage, and again we have to do.
No, UAT will do it in realization phase. Gap analysis we will do here only, business blueprint only.
Okay.
Here, once to understand their business, right, we will show them these like this. We will want to prepare your configuration. This is your flow chart. Like this, we'll prepare. We'll show them. There only we'll identify the gaps.
Okay, by paperwork only. If they are coming again with requirement, then the gap.
Yes. Here, whatever we have identified gap, right? Then
Okay.
this
Got it.
gap will give
Fine.
solution here in development server.
Okay.
Here we'll do the configuration accordingly. Development server, development here in development server. Again, many clients are there. I don't want to confuse you now. As I told, we'll have separate class for this one. Here, different clients will be there. As I told, I have entered right 400 client in yesterday class. 400 client, I have entered user ID password. Like that 400, 500, 600 different clients will be there here. So one functional consultant will use one client, technical consultant will use another client, right? Like this will be there. So in detail, I will explain, okay, in level 2 training. As of now, you need to understand in relation phase, ASAP methodology, server installation will happen, right? We'll do the configuration here and we need to do the testing in quality and then data will move to production. Okay, so, and in final preparation, we'll upload the mass data and then go live and hypercare support. Okay, so I was discussing about the problem. One problem is they don't have idea about what we are going to do in here, right? So once in UAT only they will came to know, and then they have multiple problems here, right? So then we need to again it will take time again to configure as per their satisfaction. Feedback we will not take right here. This is a major disadvantage here.
So disadvantages will be from end user thing, right? Not from consultant. I think so.
Yeah. It's from end user side only. For us also a disadvantage only. Why? Because we need to work again, right? Everything.
Oh, okay.
If they are telling problem, now only again we need to go here. Multiple things will be there, not just configuration. Anything your configuration, then some number will generate TR number. That number we need to release and we need to transfer the data to here. That multiple time it will take more time. Okay. So how it is fulfilled in Activate methodology? I will show here. In Activate methodology. Okay, here, as I told, here we have discover, prepare, explore, realize, deploy, run. Right. So initially we discover means here also their project preparation will start from here only, right? Discover means so the people identify the project, project what we need to do initially. Project preparation level, high level activity, these two things. Okay, project management level. Okay, means these people will make a project charter, right? As I told, these things will be identified in this stage only. Project manager will do this one. Initial hiring will happen, right? HR team will be involved in this one. Okay, in explore phase, here what will happen? It's like a business blueprint in ASAP methodology. Here they will do the fit and gap analysis. Okay, whatever their requirement as is to be, right? As is to be. As is to be process I have discussed in business blueprint, right? Same thing they will do here. But here in explore phase only, we will give sandbox server to those people. Sandbox server means practice server. SAP practice server, what I am giving to you, right? So the same server we will give it to our clients. So that, okay, boss, this is our server, you can practice. We are going to configure like this. Again, same thing, right? This all KDS document, these all documents will prepare. No need to prepare in Activate methods. We have standard templates in S4HANA. We will download it and we will use it according to our business. No need to prepare any documents. Everything we have in S4HANA, okay, server. So that we will download from standard templates, okay, and we will have a best practice also how we need to implement SAP, okay. So those all things we will use and we will tell them, okay, this is what we are going to implement SAP, this is your KDS document, this is your BPD document, okay, give your approval. So those people, what they will do, they will from this explore phase, from second month onward, they are start practicing here only. Core users, okay, this is what we will do trial and error method. They will do, okay, this is what I want, this is the configuration I want, this is I don't want. Like these all things, no, they will ask. My voice is breaking.
Yes.
Yeah.
1 second.
Yes, in between.
1 second. Now it's okay. Now it's okay.
Yes.
Okay. So in explore phase, what they will do, They will do the initial requirement gathering. They will do. Okay, so everything whatever we have identified, right, we'll give server to in this phase only. So that we'll take feedback from the regular intervals. Here, what Activate methodology, right? Here they have introduced a Scrum Master. Scrum Master. Scrum Master concept they have introduced. Scrum Master means what? It's nothing but one person they will hire. Okay, so his work is to monitor every week. They will conduct a meeting with business. Okay, they will we need to give the presentation to those people. Okay, this is the KDS document. This is like this. We want to make a business. Your configuration I have to do like this. Okay, so every week we will continuously will take a feedback from these people. Our Nandini will or business, right? So these people continuously will take every week meetings we need to attend, and we need to take feedback from our business side. Accordingly, we will configure the things so we will not face any problem once we go to realization phase. In realize phase, what we'll do again here, server installation will happen. Here again, development, quality, production server will be there, right? Here again, we'll do the configuration, testing, everything we'll do here. Each and every phases, these people have server, practice server access. Whatever we are doing, right, they can check. Whatever presentation we are showing, they can check, right? So that here the problem what we have faced in ASAP methodology, this is resolved here in realization phase. Again, we'll deploy means here a master to upload, right? Everything will upload into SAP, and then run is means go live. Okay, these all are high level. I have told activate methodology. Okay, these all in detail we'll study. Okay, in the level 2 class. Clear?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So what are the advantages here in activate methodology? So first one is in explore phase, they have the servers to practice. Okay, instead of theoretical business blueprint discussions, now user would be able to see the SAP best practice screen. Best practice screen means in whatever sandbox we are giving to them, right? There already in one sample company implemented best practice will be there, 1,000 company code, right? For XYZ company, all the details will be there, plant, your purchase organization or inventory activity, these all things, one sample method SAP best practices will be there. They will check all these things so that they will understand what exactly we are going to do, right? So business will get confidence. Okay, this is what we are going to do. So everything they will understand now onwards. In the realization phase, what they will do here, advantage is what here for each and every phase, your end users can also participate. While I'm doing the configuration, so we'll give the demo to those people. They can participate here. How? Through in weekly meetings through Scrum Master will do the weekly meetings, right? So through that they can participate. In deploy phase, we'll give end user training and all we'll give here. Right? In final preparation here in ASAP methodology, here also we'll give end user training. But we need to prepare manually all the documents. Here, all the documents will be available from SAP only. We'll just download it, we'll change it according to our business. We need to give end user training, right? Once UAT is over, user acceptance testing, then we need to give them a training. Okay. So these all are advantages using activate methodology. Any doubts here before I move to next one?
Who will hire the Scrum Master, client or consulting company who will implement the SAP in company?
Consultants will hire. Consultant means project manager, who is our project team will be there. Those people will hire. Or they may be some cases business will also they will hire. Because his work is to that one only. I think means he will do monitoring.
Monitoring all these.
Everything he will monitor, each and everything. Every weekly meetings is getting over or not, sign off is taken correctly or not, right? These all things he will monitor. Everything is done right here in deploy. Then auditing will happen. Auditing again, some other company will come. Let's say IBM, we are implementing auditing, Deloitte or some auditing authorized companies will come. They will audit. We have implemented using ASAP activate methodology correctly or not. We have followed the SAP standards or not. These all things they will check. If anything missing, they will give fine. And then it will be fine for both our project team again. So then once auditing is done, then it will go live. Okay.
I think this step is skipped in ASAP methodology, right?
Yes, there also
Already.
auditing will be there.
Oh,
Many things are there here in SAP methodology, right? I have told only a overview.
okay. Take it.
Okay. As I told, these all things we'll discuss in project classes. 20 hours project class training will be there as a project. There we'll discuss. Okay. So now, any other questions before I move to Fury? Okay. Sambit, you are asking something, right? You are there in the call?
Yeah, my question is that who will prepare the project charter?
Who will prepare the project charter, right?
Yeah.
Project charter is prepared by your project manager or no, your senior consultant or your team lead. Those people will prepare. In that, what is our activities means that step by step, as I will tell in project preparation phase when I am explaining, that time we'll see.
Yeah, got it.
Okay. Okay. So next is Fury. Interfaces. We have two interfaces. Interfaces means what our end users is seeing, right? That is interface. We have GUI, graphical user interface. We have Fury, right? GUI means what? It's our blue screen. It's our blue screen. Right? Fury means again, it's again interface here, but this one we can use it in mobile, tablet. These all things we will use, right? So what is Fury? Before that, what are the disadvantages? You know, why Fury came, right? So we have GUI also, right? Why Fury came? These all things we'll see. I will go to SAP screen. At the end of the class, remind me. I will show you how you need to enter into SAP. How through links you will enter. That also we will take up. User ID password. Once you enter, you will come. You will see this logon pad, right? This is your presentation layer, as I told. Okay, so here you have to see this is your GUI screen. But as an end user, right? So when our end users are working, see here many things are there. Is office, it's workplace, integration. What all these all things and our end users don't want. Cross application components. What is this processing tool? These people they don't want this one. Our end users, right? Means what? For example, your material management end user is there, right? So those people they don't want all this. Directly they want what? Logistic, right? In that they want, if they want to create purchase order, right? Purchasing team is there, right? They want inventory activities they are doing, means only perform that activities. They want only that screen. Here, see, many unwanted things are there, but everything they need to remember a T code, right? For example, here in GUI screen, many T codes are there, right? So if you want to create a purchase order, PO, to create purchase order, we require T code, ME21N. To edit, we require one more T code, ME22. To display, we require one more T code. If you want to get the report, one more T code we need to remember, right? These many T codes are there here, right? And this is nothing to do with PO, right? See, purchase order your it means the POC, 3CR means is purchase order creation. We can understand, right? Here ME21 means what, right? So here that's what is difficult to remember T code for our end users, right? So they, and one more disadvantage is here they don't have search option. They cannot search. There is no search option is provided in SAP, right? Here in GUI screen. If end user don't know anything, means how they will enter into whatever they want, how he will check. No search option given here, right? Everything they need to go inside and they need to find out and they need to check, or else they need to remember T code and need to type here, right? So this is one more disadvantage. And performance, as I told, here compared to here, Fury's performance is improved. Okay. And here no role based, your screens will not be on role based. In Fury, the screen will be role based. Okay, means for example, particular end user wise, the launchpad we can set up. How your launchpad will look in Fury, right? Only I want to create purchase order, inventory, some accounting data, accounting activities. Only three things I will do means whenever you will log in into
Unable
your
to hear you,
screen.
Akshay.
What?
Voice is getting affected.
One second. One second. Now it's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. If again it's getting correct, na, tell me. Internet is there. Okay. So I was telling. So here the screen will not based on our user role based. We cannot set up. Right there in Fury we can set up role based. So particular apps only will display in Fury. Right? How to enter into Fury screen from here directly Fury Launchpad you can enter, or else from directly also you can enter here. Go to Google. Yeah, here login pad will be there. Usually what we'll do, this URL will give it to end users. Directly they will enter through this URL. Here we'll type user ID and password. Server is slow. Okay, once you enter now here, see, this is your initial Fury screen. We have different tiles here, right? These all are apps, right? Once you go here now, you can see whatever you want. If you want to create purchase order, here on create purchase order app will be there. Directly will go inside and you can create. If you want to search anything, you will directly go here and you can search. Right? This is the your screen will look like this. I will come to this. I will explain few things before that. And now I will see this screen. Yes. So in GUI again, reporting is very poor here. Here in Fury now, many advanced analytics are there. So as per our business wants, like that different analytics we can do, right? It's like as I UI5 technology are using, so different analytics you can use. Power BI you heard, right? Like that level analytics we can do it here in Fury. Okay. So what is Fury? We'll see. Fury means it's in German they have picked this Fury from Fury means it's a flower. Okay, that from that flower they picked this name. It's a user interface only. Okay, Fury, is it a technology? It's not a technology. Okay, Fury it's not a technology. Okay, so it's just a no it's you can call it's a guideline to develop responsive your applications. It's a guideline to develop responsive applications. It's a guideline to develop a responsive applications, right? What we will have here, we have guidelines, we have templates, we have different libraries we have. Okay, so from there you can add different roles to these people. Here this application is user friendly. Okay, so if a end user don't know anything, then also he can operate Fury, right? In Fury, they can use it in mobile. End users can use applications in mobile, tablet, and laptop. Here only laptop you can use, right? So what are the technology used here in Fury? UI5. And you have to develop this UI5. So what are the programs they are using? So earlier only ABAP language used to use, right? Here HTML, JavaScript, CSS, right? These all things they will use to develop UI5. Okay, so here the screen will look like this. Here we have groups. Okay, these all are called groups. And here we have different apps. These are called tiles. In SAP technology, we'll call these all are tiles. And these here above and here also we'll have groups. Okay. These all tiles are applications only. Apps. And here we'll have a search bar. Okay. Let's see here. If you are interested to learn how this Fury is linked with HANA database, I will show that also. It's nothing to do with your topics. Okay, let's say we have a presentation layer. I'll go down one second. Okay, I'll explain here. So we have a presentation layer here. How it is linked with SAP HANA database, this Fury I will explain. Okay, try to understand this one. It's a SAP architect level. This is our presentation layer means here it's our, let's say it is a browser or it's a mobile or tablet or laptop, anything. Okay, this is our presentation layer. It is connected with OData services. Okay, OData services means what? You can call, here all the programs are there. Okay, all programs are linked here in OData services. Okay, so it is connected with gateway system. Front end system it is. Okay, and this one is connected with RFC, remote function call. Okay, means here is your S4 HANA system, right? 1909. This is your S4 HANA system 1909, and here we have a database. This is your database, HANA database. Okay, so to this, how it is connecting to presentation, your user interface Fury through RFC. This is a remote function call. Okay, RFC connection now ABAPers will set up, right? Both they will set up logical systems from here and end user side also, means that is Fury side also. In between, right here, OData services will linked and then it is linked with your Fury presentation layer. Okay, this is the architecture they are using. This is a Fury architecture. Okay. So how I will go back to the screen. Right. So here you can see. So these all are role based. See, I have entered here, right? Server is slow today. One second. Is about
Actually,
yes,
I have one doubt here actually.
yes,
Only through these links only we have to like log on to Fury.
yes.
Okay, so no need to download any apps for this. And within that
Or
Fury, we have many apps, right?
yes. How see? I have entered no user ID password. I have entered right directly. I have not entered client. Whenever I'm logging here, I have not entered
Yeah,
any
yeah, yeah.
client.
Yes, yes.
You
Like
observed right?
their
So
400 was there in
yes,
normal
here in
setting.
400 was there before logging. Here
Yeah,
it is not there. Why? Because through this link only directly it is linked.
okay.
Right? If you are using this one, mean directly it is linked with that client only. Then only it will screen will appear. Right?
Okay.
Here you can see that S4 SAP. This is my user ID. Okay. So my user ID, why is my screen will appear here? This is role based. Fury is role based. Whatever role assigned to my my user ID is, accordingly that apps will open for me. Right? See, for
Okay.
example, I want to
And that
create
and
a
all who will design actually?
Fury
Like,
consultants will be there.
okay.
Fury consultants will be there. Okay, here many Fury consultants will be there. Those people will do that one. Okay, so here let's say you want to create a purchase order, right? So what we'll do, what our end user just they will simply they will type create. They will type see create purchase contract, whatever is there, all things it will show. Purchase order. Just enter. Before here all I will select apps. I want to find the apps. Apps wise I will search. Create a purchase order. I want apps. Just press enter. It will show you the apps. Okay, like this create purchase order app will come. You will click and you will create a purchase order directly. Right. So to appear this right, this purchase order app. So role need to be added to my that particular user ID. How to add a roles? So here we'll add a roles. Where in GUI screen. One second. Which screen is it? Yeah. Here in GeoIFAD, right? Here we'll add the roles to that particular user. Using T code SU01. SU01, we'll enter into this T code. Here we'll type a user ID. What is my user ID? S4 SAP5. I will click on edit. Here I will go to roles. This is not our work adding roles. Here multiple roles are added. Who will add these roles? Again, the Fury consultant or our ABAP team, security basis team will add these roles. Basis team. Okay. So here see multiple roles are added. For the create purchase order, what is a role? How to find out that role? Which role for the create purchase order? See SAP BR buyer. So to find out that, we will go to library, Fury apps library. I have to go to Fury apps library. So I will go back to SAP. Uh, I will go to Google Chrome. Okay. One second. I will share my screen. Okay. Go to Google. come out from that Windows, go to Google, you just type here SAP Fiori apps library. Right? Go to this first screen, this one, SAP Fiori apps library. So here we have, this is a Bible for consultants. So everything will be there here only. Okay. So what are the roles required to add, that particular user, right? We'll get it here only. Let's say, so here we will go to all apps here, all apps S4 HANA. Right here, line of business, sourcing and procurement. Right here, I don't know anything. I will type. I want to create a purchase order, right? So purchase order, you can type old T code if you remember. Means in ECC through that T code also you can check how to add roles, or else just type create purchase order. Let's see, to create a purchase order, multiple things are appearing, right? Manage purchase order. See, click here. Right. We'll go down, go to implementation information. We need to select our version S4 HANA 1909. See, this is our version. And go to configuration. Here we'll find the roles. Create purchase order from center, go to 1909. Go to configuration. I told old data services, right? So see, this is all programs are here. That particular. Here you can see roles, business roles, right? So this is SAP BR Central Purchaser. If this role, if we are adding in, then only that app will appear there. So this role already I have added. See here. See the screen, right? Yes. Here that purchaser is there, right? That role already added. Whenever you go get server access, now here nothing will be there. These and all extra, we don't want all these things. Multiple things I have added. Okay, in this one. For you, only few roles are required. Here, SAP BR, so SAP buyer, SAP BR underscore purchaser. See, this is what. If this BR purchaser is there, right? See, SAP already added. So already I have assigned here this one. See here, SAP BR purchaser. Right? This role is not there means See, this BR purchase role I have added. I will delete this role. Okay, see here. And I will save this one. Okay, now I will go back to Fury screen. Here, this create purchase order is there, right? Here. This will not appear. Once you refresh here, now you search again create purchase order, that will not appear because that role is not added. So whatever you want, which apps you want to use, means that particular role we need to add it to that user ID. That is what basic to understand. It's taking time. You can ask your questions if you have any.
How come that
Your voice is breaking something. I think we are not hearing it. No, you can type your question.
Sir, we have to add that role or basis consultants will add?
Basis consultant will add. But here to practice, you need to know all these things. How, where the link is there as a consultant, you should know, right? How to check the roles and all. If it is any error is getting means, some user is not using means, we can tell, okay, this is the role are there, please add it to this user. We can inform our basis team. For that purpose, you need to know.
Yeah.
For you, whenever you try to create purchase order, anything you are creating, it will not open anything. So for that particular thing, you need to find it in apps library. You need to add that particular role, then only it will appear here. This activity you need to practice.
Yes, sir, got it.
Sambit, you type your message in chat box. Okay, see, now you will see the screen. Here, create purchase order I have typed here. So that create purchase order app is, I'm not able to see that app. This is different thing. Okay, why? Because that role I have deleted. Okay, if you add that role, then only that will appear. Purchasing related activities I can do. Inventory related, accounting related, separate apps we have. Separate roles we have. That roles where we will find from apps library. There we will find and will update. Okay, here if I add that role here again that will appear. Here, if we add this role, SAP BR underscore purchaser, just press enter and save it. Then if you come here, means that particular activity you can do. Okay. Here, if you come here and if you refresh here, you come. I'll check the chat. Okay, so who is going to add the role in SAP means that is your basis consultant. And how can I know which role is useful for me, right? So once you learned all the concept, right, as a MEM consultant, so it's not useful for you, it is useful for end user, right? So business only will tell, okay, in that core users, end users are this much, and this work is to create purchase order only. His work is to do only GR. Only GR related roles add it. Those people tell it to us. Means our business, Nandini Milk people, they will tell it to IBM consultants. Okay, our end users are using only this much. These three people assign the role to only create purchase order. These three people assign only to create a GR. Like that, we'll get a requirement from our business. Accordingly, we will assign the roles. Where we'll get the roles, which role we need to assign? Apps library. Who will assign this one? Basis consultant. But why we need to know? Because to practice, we need to know all these things. Because we need to create purchase order, we need to do the GR. These all things we need to do, right? That's why we need to do. Cool. It's getting slow. Whichever server you take, right? S4HANA, so all will like this only. Server it will slow. But here all our LTMC, master upload and all will happen in this server. That's why I have taken this one. Since it is a remote desktop, no? So internet is fast only. And few things I wanted to show in today's class. And then any other questions before it's getting loaded? And this Fury, right? This is for only end users only as of now. Again, as a consultant, we need to do all the configuration in GUI screen only. Here only we need to do everything. GUI screen. In SPRO, I told, right? Last class. SPRO, SAP reference IMG. SPRO means SAP reference object. SPRO. Here, SAP reference implementation guide. Here we'll do all the configurations. Yes, someone is asking something.
Nothing. I think I was about to tell project reference object. That's it.
Sir, as a consultant, what our roles in Fury?
So same as end user, sir, right? So whatever we want to show it to end user, that and all roles we will add it to here. As we
Okay,
will not do any configuration in Fury, or very few configurations we'll do it in Fury. That to release related things we'll do.
Okay,
That I will
okay.
show you. And remaining all we'll do it in GUI only. So as per our business, we'll also get the access same way. If you are entering in here, you will get separate user ID password, like that we'll enter.
Okay.
Right. Yeah, see, now it is again it's coming. You will see now. I have added role, create purchase order screen is coming. Let's say I will go to home, go back. Okay, this screen also we can do the customization as per our requirement. Okay, so we go here, click on edit home page. Whatever apps we want right here, that apps we can add it here. Right? Different groups also you can add. Here multiple things I have added. Once you guys are entering, nothing will be there. Okay, so whatever previously configured, that things will be there. You need to add whatever you want. As class proceeds, I will show different things, right? That roles and all you need to add. Let's say here I want to add here. Here I want to add. See this one I want to name it as. It is getting slow. That's why it is double click. Click on the reset. And these all are groups I told, right? So here also you can add your own group. Under your group, you can add different apps which you are using. It's getting slow. 1 second. First I will add new group here. Okay, so group name I will give. Under this group, I will add apps. So you can customize the screen as per your end user. You can customize and give it to them. Who will do this one? Basis team. Real time na system will be full very much fast. It's not like this. Usually it will not like this. Today only it is taking time. Okay, it's coming. Any questions? It's taking time. Go back. So once you add your group, here your name, and you can add your apps like this. Okay. So maybe I'll show it in next class. One more time. Last time I'll try. It was taking long time. Add group. Click on add plus button there. Now it will appear there. Here we'll search whatever apps we want and we'll just add it to our group.
Actually, I think this create purchase order app will open now once it is loaded, right? So create purchase
No,
order
it
change.
will not open that app. All apps will open here. We need to find whatever
if you
we
search,
want.
if you search create purchase order, one tab will open. No, that is one app. Is that correct?
Yes, correct. Here you will see multiple apps are you will see now. So here multiple apps are there. Whatever we want, we can pin it to there. I can pin it like this. What I want now, I want create purchase order app. Right. So I will search that one. That particular app I will search. I will pin it to my group. See, this create purchase order app. This one I will pin it. Once you go back under your group Akshay, this app will come like this: purchase order, purchase requisition, right? RFQIs, right? Your output, inventory related apps, accounting related apps, whatever you guys are using, right? You can pin it to your under your group.
So again, if you click on purchase order, it will take to blue screen only. GUID screen,
No, it will
right?
not take to blue screen. Here only you can create purchase order, right? Configuration you want to do that, you can do it to in a blue screen. Whatever related to purchase order, how the number ranges will come, how the document type will look, right? These all things you can do it in there, right? Purchase order also you can create there also. GUI also you can create, here also you can create. Right? Whatever you have created GUI, it will appear here. Here also you can create different purchase orders in Fury screen again. Okay, so it's loading. So it is pinned now. So if you go back,
Can you click on this create purchase order, Akshay? I just want to know what comes.
yeah, I will show it.
Because what I feel is it's more or like setting our this one.
It's like a shopping cart. Whatever you will do in Amazon, right? Like that only. Whatever you want to buy, its screen will look like that. You'll add it into your catalog, right? So you can create a purchase order. So whenever
Adding to our favorites, this T codes we add to our like this favorites. No, we are pinning like that.
Yes,
That's all.
yes,
No?
yes. See, under Akshay, your create purchase order came.
Okay.
Right? So again, go here and click on this one. Means its edit mode will go, and you can find here in groups also. You can find this your group. Right, like the different apps we have. Let's say our end user, he don't know anything, right? So what he will do, he will just search his plant. Only his plant. He will click. What is his plant? Let's say it says plant code. He know only his plant, right? He will search. Once he search, or else you want to create purchase order, he will type inventory, whatever, right? If the search box is there, this is not available in GUI. See, it is showing multiple options now. 22 materials are there in this plant, right? One plant order is there, contact is there, 19 purchase orders there in this plant, right? The contact partner, 2 partners are there, right? Any duplicate GL account, 723 GL accounts are there. Everything it is showing me, right? See this test material, right? RM1. Now I will go inside this material. Right. See this material related information it will show now. For this material, what are the information the system is having, right? Everything it will show now. Once again, it is loading. Okay, once I enter that material, so it is showing all this material related information is showing, right? So which plant it is there, right? Plant details, who are the suppliers, right? These 2 suppliers, this material is used, right? This is the business partner, 60, 65 and 68. But any purchase info record is created or not. What is this purchase info record? These all things, don't worry, everything will go in detail. Okay, just I'm showing you by clicking only that plant, where and all you can go. Let's see, these many purchase orders we have created using this material. Right? If you open any purchase order, it will open like this. Right? This is your purchase order. Status is not yet sent. 10 INR. This is the item. This is the material used. Any purchase request there or not, any contact person, who receipt is done or not, GR is not done. Right? Supplier invoice is posted or not. If GR is done, you can go here, you can check. Right? You can pull the reports also. Go back here. We'll go to another purchase order, which is GR. Let's say this one. status is not yet set. So also GR is not done. Like that, no, you can monitor, right? See supplier, who is this purchasing for record, what are the purchase orders you are having in this one, right? In this one, if you want any, you can filter here also, right? So purchase order wise, what you want, only supplier wise, you can filter. Many options we have here. Okay, if you go into this plan, 2 suppliers are there, right? So if I will go to this supplier, I'll open this supplier. The supplier details will open. For this supplier, any pending orders are there or not? Everything it will show again. So what I have entered, only I have typed NAC to my plant. I have typed. So just everything you can click. You can go everything. You can explore everything. End user can do all these things. No need to remember any T code, right? So okay, this is a Bangalore supplier, right? Currency is you are, right? So any his bank details, right? His company details. So anything is pending
Akshay,
with this. Yeah.
yeah,
These
I
many
have one
orders.
doubt.
Yeah.
That NSE2 is the T code from end user or
No. It's
name
a
of
plant
the
name.
client?
Name of
Name
the
of the
plant.
plant.
Okay, what is that number 8145 or something?
This is a vendor number.
Okay, vendor.
Inside that material, I went purchase order. Inside that purchase order, I went
Okay, same
vendor
like
number.
that GUI tool only this will displays, right?
Yes, these all things will be available in GUI also.
Okay.
Right. This is the vendor. From where I went from initially from plant to material, I went material to purchase order. I went purchase order to this vendor. I went right. So like this, you can explore. Or end users can explore the thing. They can check everything.
Yes, if it is in GUI, for everything separate T codes we need to use.
Yeah, separate T codes will be there. Nothing. It's complicated, right? Here, all
And the
activities
number
you
of
can check
screens
here.
also are limited.
Let's see in invoice is posted or not. Here graph also it will show, right? How this vendor is giving invoices and all. Here you can see the graph. Here nothing invoices posted is not showing. Or else you can evaluate from this one also whether the sales is getting increased or not. Here regularly he is sending or not. Right, all the analytic things we can do it from here. Okay, once we do right all these purchase orders and all, we'll come back and we'll see details. Okay. Any doubts so far? Any doubts?
This Fury configuration all we are not doing actually, right? This all step by step.
Adding roles and all will not do, but we should know how to create purchase order. These all things for end users what they are doing, right? These all things we need to know. What I showed.
Okay.
How to create purchase order, material. What are the end user activities? Create purchase order, materials, different types of purchase order, inventory activities, analytics. These all things we need to know where it is there, right? So if they are facing any issues, not able to open any app because of the rules they don't have added, right? Because of that reason they will not open the apps. And they raise a request for us in support project. What we'll do, these roles are required for to open these apps. We know how we know through apps, app library, right? So go there, we'll check, but we will not add in real time. We'll give it to ABAPers or our basis team will give. Those people will add the roles. As usual. Anything else?
Akshay, this is not regarding doubts on classes. This is something like